Alright, so in this battle we are taking on kalebsalt12345, and as you can see, he has quite the... I mean, it's not really that unique, to be honest. I mean, like, you see a lot of these Pokemon pretty commonly in Pokemon Break Bronze. But anyways, I see the Shuckle, and I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do against him. I think that Chandelure could be a good play, so I can just go for a substitute, and then, I can start setting up. So actually, surprisingly, he goes into Volcarona, but that's even better than Shuckle, because what is this guy gonna do against my Chandelure? I mean, like, really, I mean, his bug types attacks are gonna be resisted by me pretty good because of my typing, and he can't use his fire moves against me because of Flash Fire. So, this is just a great chance right here for me to set up and wreak destruction. So, right here I go for the substitute. That's always my first play. Now, unfortunately, his Bug Buzz is able to penetrate, and that's not the biggest issue though. It does not do that much damage, and now I got +1, so we're pretty even right now in defense. And I decided not to hit him with the Shadow Ball because I can't really set up for too long, especially if he gets a critical hit. It's not going to be that fun. So the good thing though is that the Shadow Ball does some pretty big damage right there. I decided I'm going to hit him again with another Shadow Ball just to finish him off. Now the good thing is that this guy panicked and decided to switch out going into his Mimikyu, and this definitely would have been a problem earlier, but the good thing is that he did switch out. So now I actually have my substitute up, and I can probably hit him again with a Shadow Ball. And the good thing is that this is a weakness policy Mimikyu, so it's not a focus sash, which means that he's not going to be able to live another hit. And right here, based on that, I just safely finished this guy off with a Shadow Ball. Now he did take down my substitute, which is too bad, but it's not a big loss because now I've not only dented his Volcarona, but I've also taken away his Mimikyu, and I'm in a good position to sweep if he doesn't have anything that can outspeed and knock out this Chandelure right here. So he goes into his Greninja next, and I'm willing to take the risk. Now, truth be told, it's probably a bit dumb because even with my Calm Mind at +1, I'm still going to take a lot of damage because Greninja does hit pretty hard, especially with a super effective move. So I want to test my luck though to see if I can live a Dark Pulse, but unfortunately I didn't, and I lose my Chandelure. And what's even more unfortunate is that this is a Battle Bond Greninja. So now he's activated that ability, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna deal with this because it can be pretty problematic when you let it loose. So anyways, I decided to go into Togekiss actually in this battle because, truth be told, really nothing else on my team really wants to come in Greninja, and Togekiss has really good special defense. So even if he goes for Ice Beam, if I just get a T-Wave off and successfully administer it, then I can go for a Roost, and his Ice Beam will no longer be super effective, which is going to be great. Now that does actually do some pretty big damage right there, but it's not enough to one-shot me, which is what matters. And now that he's been paralyzed, this thing is basically nullified. Like, I could even just go into Sizer right now and finish him off with a U-turn. So I decided to go for some more Roost though, just to get my HP back. And I'm thinking, is this a good chance to get Glalie? But I mean, I'm thinking, well, it's probably not, because I may as well just stay in and finish him off with Air Slash. Now really, I'm not the biggest person that when it comes to at least Air Slash and Paralyze spam, like I really don't enjoy it too much. But here I was like, well, it's the most reliable way to take care of this Greninja. I mean, I could switch out, but I'm too lazy to do that right now, so I just wanted to get rid of it. And that was good because he got paralyzed and he was finished off. Now he goes into Dragapult, which is actually another good matchup right here for me, specifically because getting paralysis on Dragapult is really useful because it's pretty reliant on its speed stat, and without speed it's really not that much. So anyways though, he does actually end up having Steel Wing, and I just need to land this, and luckily I do. But I probably want to switch out because unlike Ice Beam, his Steel type attacks are going to still do super effective damage even after Roost. So I decided to go into Sizer here because it is also partly Steel type, so I'm guaranteed to be able to take his hit well. And he doesn't move, which is fine. So it probably would not matter either way. So here I decided that I'm probably going to outspeed him, so I may as well just go for a knockoff. And even if he switches out, it's going to be a-okay because whatever comes in ain't going to like getting knocked off. So that's that. So anyways, he does take his time to process what he's gonna do here, but he does inevitably switch out into his Walker-Rona, which is gonna get one-shotted, or not really one-shot. It's gonna get knocked out by the move. Now, luckily here though, I did not get burnt, because if I got burnt right there, that would be pretty annoying, because then my Sizer would be nerfed to an extent. Now he goes into B-Drill, and truth be told, Sizer really likes it when it can come into B-Drill. Now, because of Choice Band, I was locked into Knockoff, but you know, I was like, well, I may as well just go for it, because like, what's B-Drill really gonna do to me that's scary? Because Poison type stab isn't gonna do anything to me because of my immunity, and his Bug type stab ain't gonna do nothing either. So he goes for a Brick Break, and that's a critical hit, and that does barely anything. And I'm actually able to one-shot him with just Knockoff alone, because B-Drill only has like, I think it's like 45 in defense. It's absolutely terrible. So that was an easy knockout right there. He goes back into Dragapult, which is totally fine, because you know, this was the original matchup he had before. So I'm able to finish it off once again with a knockoff. Like really, if this guy was a bit smarter, I probably would have sacrificed the Dragapult and then gone into Walker-Rona. Although I don't know, maybe he was looking for the burn chance there or something. I'm not fully sure what his intentions were, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, he goes into Struggle here, and he forfeits the match. So that right there is GG.